these trees were planted. I know there was a historic fire in the Hat Creek area somewhere. I wonder if this is a replanting after that, or if it was after some deforestation. Oh, hi, Cal. Sorry. I've been seeing hoof prints. I should have known. The gas station had mostly just classic gas station junk food, except for these that are kind of local from Reading, I think. I had the banana walnut one last night and it was really good. The light is just starting to hit the other side of the Hat Creek Valley. Or, as I should call it, the Hat Creek Graben, G-R-A-B-E-N, because the Hat Creek Rim, where I am, up top, where kind of up on this plateau, and then over there it's just down below. That feature is called a Horst and Graben, and the Horst is the land that is elevated, and then the Graben is the land that is dropped down. And at least on the Hat Creek Rim, that drop is very dramatic. You have the Horst up top, steep dramatic drop, and then Graben. And I have no idea if I'm pronouncing Horst and Graben correctly, but anyways, they're formed, I think usually, also, this is very amateur science. I could get some of this wrong, but I'm gonna give it a go. The Horst and Grabens are formed from extension stresses in the Earth's crust. So you can have compression, where things get pushed together, and extension, where things get pulled apart. And when the Earth's crust is in tension and things are getting stretched apart, some things will stay up, and then some things, as it's stretched, they'll crack, and things in the middle will fall down. And the things that fall down, those are the Grabens. And the land that still stays up where it was, that's the Horst. Yeah, so up here on the Horst, down there in the Graben. And I don't understand fully why extension happens. It just has to do with plate tectonics, but I really don't understand why it happens here, because we're in the Cascadia volcanic zone, which is a subduction zone. So you've got the Juan de Fuca oceanic tectonic plate that is subducting. It's coming into the continental North American plate and going under it. And that is causing compressive forces rather than extension. And so one possible reason for the creation of Hat Creek Rim is that there's it's really close to that gigantic basin and range area of the US that is a little bit more inland, still in the west, but a little bit more to the east of me. And that just has a lot of really dramatic drops and things, and it's marked by extension forces. And here it might be like the westernmost edge of it, and so it's still being affected by that extension. And I think that extension, it's something to do with how the continental tectonic plates are interacting. That I don't understand at all. But then there were a couple sources that were suggesting that Hat Creek Rim could be related to back arc extension, which is even more mysterious to me. So back arc extension happens when you have a subducting plate. So subducting, it's coming in and it's compressing, but as it compresses and goes under, it creates magma. And that's how we get volcanoes. That's why I'm in the volcanic arc. Yep, because of the subducting tectonic plate. And then that magma is on top of the subducting plate, and that kind of like wells up and domes, and then that puts the Earth's crust in extension, in tension, and that's called back arc extension if it's on the back arc. Or then there's the front arc, but I'm not sure quite where these back arc extensions are. And there seems to be disagreement. I can't even figure out if people know what back arc extension is, if they all agree on the mechanics of it, or if they have figured it out and they're still trying to figure it out in an older paper and now they've figured it out. Because the other thing I was finding is that back arc extension is generally discussed in oceanic terms. Like there's some sort of oceanic volcano and there's back arc extension there. I couldn't find any sources actually of it. I don't know. I couldn't find anything about it happening continentally. Hello, cow. Oh, that was a very quiet cow. He was just standing right here on the trail. And then as I came past, he just went into the bushes, but with incredible stealth for a cow. There's a little communications facility up here. Pretty much all of the rock up here and down there is volcanic. I haven't seen wind turbines in mass in a long time. There's looking the other way, east of the rim. It's blue. This tree has little reddish pods. Are those satellite dishes? Huh. Let's see if the pallet gates will open. Oh. It's been a while since I saw these kind of pine cones. I think this is the Coulter pine. This is Cache 22. It's a very well-known water cache maintained by a trail angel up here on Hat Creek Rim. He's maintained it for years and years and years, and it is a super important one because otherwise this stretch that we're on, something like a 30-mile water carry without this. And I think this is so cute. He even has a little dish to catch the water so that there's somewhere for the wasps to drink, although they seem to just go straight for the pipe anyway. He just scuttled up over this fence. Breakfast is this plain oatmeal with oats, barley, wheat, and quinoa and rye, and maple almond butter and raisins. I'm eating really well now. I love how dramatic these noodles look before you soak them. Just, they're pure darkness. I hung out under the shade of these nice trees for a while. Water tanks over there. Lots of cirrus clouds. Shasta's actually pretty clear right now. Hat Creek Rim is known as this really hot, really exposed, really dry section, and it is a lot of those things, but there is shade up here. There's quite a lot of trees whenever you do need shade. The desert didn't have that. This little acorn is black and it has little bits of sap all over it. Lots of volcanic rock among the grasses. This gate has a little counterbalance self-closing mechanism. It'll always close because it's got this little weight down here. I'm still up on top of Hat Creek Rim. I've been up here for about 24 hours. I think I got up to the rim sometime yesterday afternoon. It's a really long, cool geologic feature. It did drop down one level, so I'm still on a rim, but I'm not on the highest rim that I was on yesterday and this morning. Made it 1,400 miles. The next 100 is going to be 1,500. And of course, I'm still getting excited every time I see one of the 100s, but I also really like that they are getting more casual now. I am gonna take a little road walk alternate. It'll be much smoother walking than the lava. It's a bit of a trade-off. Fewer trees, but smoother terrain. And smoother terrain just sounds really nice right now. I do get some tree shade. Sometimes it's just nice to road walk. I feel like I can really let my legs just stretch out. I think my little road walk is coming to an end. There's little footprints for us to follow. I would have liked to rest here longer, but there are too many wasps. There's like 4 of them flying around me. There's so many wasps, I couldn't even put my pack on in peace. It's on one shoulder and there's still... Just need to go a little bit further. Alright, got away from the wasps. They were fine, they didn't do anything, but it felt like they could, so I couldn't really relax. So I'm gonna try and find a place to finish my break. The trail is crossing a lot of these very interesting lava flows. It's 5:30 p.m. It was a hot day. It's still hot. I think it got up to like the mid 80s or something. But even though it's 5:30, I still want shade for my break. These areas kind of feel like a savanna. I wonder if this is a bear's scratching tree. I think they do that. I haven't seen, oh, I lied. I have seen bear scat recently. It's right there. I think that was a bear scratching post. And there's some more. You can tell, I think you can tell, I'm not a scat expert, but I think when you can see the manzanita berries in there, I feel like that's usually a bear. I really took my time today. I took a ton of really long breaks. It was really nice because from my campsite to the Bernie Mountain Guest Ranch is only 24 miles. And I do need to go there for food and resupply, but I don't want to get there tonight because I am still avoiding public facilities at the moment. I'm actually feeling really good. I feel fully recovered, and I feel like I recovered really quickly. I think it was just getting out into the air and moving again and going slow and not pushing it in the beginning that I was able to just kind of get right back into it. But anyway, my plan is to get to the guest ranch tomorrow morning so that I can get in, get some food, get some charging, and get out. So tonight I just need to get to maybe a few miles before it and camp there. But now the sun is setting and I do actually need to get past the power house and the fish hatchery. I can't be camping near there in the dark. I'm going by the Hat Creek power plant, I believe. You can hear the water in this pipe. Here's the power plant. Where's the trail? I know I need to cross a little body of water, so I think maybe this, yeah, this feels right. Oh, and it is right. Is this me? Feels like it. I'll find out in a minute. And I think this is the fish hatchery. There's bugs. But I chose my path correctly. Got some more fish hatchery. Oh, I think I just saw a little fish splash in there. Those might be their little fish heads bobbing around. Hard to see in the light, but there's lots of little fish hatcheries in here. Well, I've disturbed some birds, but this is Crystal Lake over here. And then my trail. And then over there is Baum Lake. Baum, B-A-U-M. Woo! That is fast. Kind of a trail. Here we go. Oh, I think there's a bat. Oh. Wow. Lots of little bats. I think that's a heron or something in there. Oh, and a swan. It's so far away. No, that's something else bird. There's so many little bats right in this one area. They're so good at dodging me. They all stopped. There's a lot of sounds on this lake at dusk.